Hello, I'm Nora from VIA and this is the VIA Terra chair. In order to use the chair properly, the first thing you need to do is sit in it. The first thing you do when you sit in it is adjust the height. And the height adjustment is right here on your right hand. Depressing the lever adjusts the height. You want to have the height to where your feet are comfortably on the floor and your knee is slightly lower than your hip. So this height right now is good for me. The second thing I would adjust is the back height. And the back has what we call a ratchet back function, which means you can lift the back just like I'm doing here, and every click represents a position it will stop. If you push it all the way to the top, it resets and drops back down again. And you can lift to where you can get that click and stop the back exactly where you want it to be. You want the back lumbar cushion to hit right where your lumbar curve is. So I could go a little bit higher, and that feels good for me right there. The next adjustment is the back lock. And right now, as you can see, my back is in free float mode. I can lock this in 5 different positions simply by pushing down on the paddle in the back of the chair. Right now that's locked into position for me, so that feels good. To release the lock, I simply lift up on the paddle and the back is in free float mode again. The next adjustment on the chair is your seat slide. And what I mean by seat slide is seat depth adjustment. Ideally you want between 1 and 4 fingers depth between the back of your leg and the edge of the seat. Right now this is good for me, but if you were a taller person, you might need to extend the seat depth of your seat. The way to do that is to lift this lever here and the seat slides forward. That gives you more access to the seat surface and gives you an opportunity to increase the seat depth. To reduce the seat depth, simply do the same thing, but the seat pops back into its original position. And again, 1 to 4 fingers depth, that's good for me right there. The fourth adjustment on this chair is the back paddle here, and this gives you an opportunity to adjust the seat tilt. When I lift this paddle, the seat moves freely, and that's great if you want to exercise, but ideally you want to lock that in position. You can lock it all the way to the rear and push down on the paddle, or you can lock it all the way to the front and push down the paddle. When you're in this forward tilt position, this gives you an opportunity to maintain correct posture while you're working on your keyboard or doing some forward leaning activity. If you want to return it to its original position, simply lift up on the paddle, move the seat to where it feels comfortable, and lock it out. It will lock anywhere along that range of motion from back to forward tilt. So feel free to play with it and see where it's most comfortable for you. The seat tilt offers you the opportunity to sit with a slightly open hip spine angle while still having contact with the back of your chair. The next adjustment on the chair are the arms. The arms have height adjustability by simply operating and pushing the button here and rising or lowering the arm. You want the arm to be where your arm is gently resting on the arm. You don't want it too low where you're forward leaning and throwing yourself out of a good position. You want it to be somewhere close to the middle so you're nicely relaxed and sitting upright. This arm also has a second feature called a rollback feature. So if you want to, you can push this button here, roll the arm back, and that gives you side clearance to your chair. So if the arm was getting in the way for any reason, you can simply roll it back. To return it to its original position, push that button again and roll up the arm. So those are the basic adjustments of your VIA Terra chair. I hope you enjoy it.